Olympic Village.
Ah! I didn't think you were coming in that close.
Eventually, we would merge.
What, you and I?
Well, if we just kept moving closer and closer to each other, Andy could hug us into one glorious ectoplasm of man. He went, looked me up and down, sort of, disappointment was the look. Think you so soon? Oh, hello. And I went, all right. And then we just sort of stood there for a bit, two men in a room. And I tried to convey to Tom Jones's son with eye contact, you caused this, you bastard. And then it all just sort of dissipated. And I just sort of asked for his phone number like he was a pretty girl. Wandered off. Sometimes this voice comes in my mind. I don't know where it comes from. And it sort of goes, Russell, you should say something about the Queen now. And then I go...
It's the ghost of Sir Alec Guinness, clearly.
He's been in there for ages.
Oh, well.
You are kind of a trickster. I mean, you do a lot of stuff, and I think sometimes people take you seriously when
I'm a tricky little swine, Jim.
Indeed you are.
Because the old reality, don't take it too seriously. We can only see the tip of the iceberg. The senses are very limited. Most of reality is inaccessible to us. Like, imagine what's going on in space right now. Who knows?
Did you go to school? How far did you get in school?
Not very far. Not very far at all. There was a lot of skirmishes with authority and a series of letters sent to my mother inviting me to come less.
Prince William, Kate Middleton, I guess they're engaged now. What are your thoughts on this as a subject of the British Crown? What do you think?
Thankfully, yes, you're correct. I am a subject of the British Crown, so I'm an expert on this topic. Thank God you came to me.
Yes.
Let's clear up some of this hullabaloo, this prejudice, this rumour-mongering, these scare tactics, and say what this is the aristocracy are planning to clatter their genitals at each other. But first, they swap expensive jewels. It is a custom.
Ah, this is how you do it in this country.
That's right.
Yes.
Then there will be a new king.
Yes. Hey, I want to talk to you about something sexually related.
How can I help?
Oh, my goodness. It's not quite what I had in mind, but why not?
You know, it just hit me that from, like, the neck up, you look just like Jesus. From the rest, though, not even a little.
Well, the neck up was the best bit of Jesus.
I agree.
How are you going to arrive here? Because, you know, our border protection is pretty strict.
I'm going to arrive here wearing Johnny Depp's dead dogs as slippers. To Jacoby Pippin, I'm going to say, I've killed these dogs in your honour, Jacoby. Now, where's my knighthood?
We haven't seen you in a long time, and I was hoping that you hadn't gotten too cool to be on the show. Is that what happened?
Although my coolness has enhanced somewhat, it's still perfectly appropriate for this venue.
I don't want to be rude. I don't want to sit first. Thanks so much for being here.
I'm happy to be here. Whenever there were breaks in filming on Arthur, I devoted myself entirely to my personal project, which was trying to have sex with Helen Mirren. There was no time for talking about the nature of consciousness and is everything one. I was trying to explore deeper mysteries.
You work with the lovely and talented Helen Mirren, do you not? In The Tempest?
In the film The Tempest, I worked with her, Helen Mirren, there.
Beautiful legend.
She's a beautiful legend. She's a dame. She's played the Queen. She has within her this radiant sexuality coupled with a maternal air, which I found confusing because it sort of makes you think, like, oh, I want you to look after me, but also I would like to touch and kiss you. So I managed to distill my desire into this single process. I thought I'd like her to give me a bath, and, like, it's just a normal bath, which is just, oh, come on, you've got to get clean under the nails, and then suddenly it gets confusing.
Eventually.
I'll never forget you, glass of water. Hey, people are 70% water, water's 100% water, water wins.
You're right.
You and me and my mother share an irrational love of the man. And I wondered...
You and me and my mother share a rational love of a man. Could you and me and my mother share a bathtub Russel brand? Could you and me and my mother live happily in incestuous bliss? Oh, you and me and your mother sharing a sexual kiss. Jobs before I was fortunate enough to get money for showing off. I was a mailman for a little while. It didn't go well.
You were the guy on a regular route would deliver the mail.
Yeah, I just turn up there because in my mind there's a sort of a cultural illusion that this is an opportunity for early morning conjugal activity. I thought that housewives would open the door with a gesture to their nether regions. It turns out that that's not a window for sex. They just want the letters, basically.
It was a very well-known, talked-about story that in the Olympic Village, a lot of the athletes were hooking up. A lot of the very sexually adventurous people there. You're a single man. Did you... What
would you do there? What's that, a hockey team you're getting at?
You are obviously from England. This is an exciting event for your country to host the Olympics. Is this something you're interested in? Like, would you go to Olympic events?
No, because, like... I prefer the Special Olympics. It's better, isn't it? People, they're more committed. And, like, with the Olympics, it's like, it feels like they're trying to force you to enjoy it. Ooh, it's the Olympics.
You smell very nice.
These are various products, oils, unguents that I put in my hair.
Just your hair?
Not just my hair, no, my anus. But yeah, I've met 2 royals, maybe 3 or 4, actually, thinking about them now. Like, when I met the Queen, I sort of, like, I had to subjugate a peculiar urge within myself because, you know, she may be a queen, that she may well be, but she's also buxom in the boob department. And I thought, what a way to distinguish myself if I were to suddenly lunge at her. God bless you, Mum!
How long were you a mailman?
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
And in that time, did anything get close to heating up?
No, it was a 0% success rate, and I just resorted to stealing letters. Yeah, I mean, it's against my principles. I'm a man that believes only in peace. I think that war is wrong. We should always find a diplomatic solution, and I think that love is the answer, and it vibrates at all of our core. However, guns, what a laugh. Prince Charles,
what's he like?
He's second to be king.
Yes.
It's a bit depressing, I would think, to know your place in the hierarchy, because you'd think, oh, if that one dies, then it's me. So death is a necessary part of your ascension. Yeah. Bit depressing, wouldn't it?
I guess it would weigh on your mind a little bit, yes.
Like, were you to perish, then you would become in charge. Odd way to establish a sexual relationship, kissing before touching.
Yes.
No, no, no.
I'm Scottish.
This has been well established.
Yeah.
Don't make me nervous to touch you, Craig.
No, 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 touch away. Go ahead, help yourself.
Out at Jeff.
No, no, have a rummage, go on. There you are.
Look, anyway...
You're not rummaging, you're wiping.
I think got married at the same place that I was staying. It's wonderful, fantastic, and I thought I must have caused you to be married.
I think indirectly you did.
Really?
There was certainly an aura there of great warmth, of Celtic charm. As much as we were being married beneath the eyes of God, I felt also a gingery arc of red hair. I think I want to be on Broadway for several nights and, like, in my mind, pretend that what I'm doing is important. I'd like to spend some time with that supervillain guy as well.
I'm a fixer.
Clementine McNasty.
I've got another secret policy. We're going to make an English guy Prime Minister. How'd you like that? We're not going to have a Queen anymore.
Tom Jones's son, who's also his manager, he drifted by like a living human, and he went, you! He said, oh, no, he sort of speaks like that. Hello, do you want to come say hello to my dad? He's in a room. That gorgeous thing.
This thing right here, yeah. You like that?
It's sort of magical. It's just affected my sexuality. My wedding vows just went out the window. Oh, don't. I'm only flesh and blood and a little bit of charisma. I think implicit within rummaging is unsettling the testes. Rifling, stretch it out like a canvas.
No.
Do a portrait of yourself on your own testes, scrunch it back up to see yourself age like a picture of Dorian Gray in your own attic. Maybe.
That's a terrifying image.
In the porn industry, you're not allowed a condom no more. Or you have to have a condom.
Yeah, you clearly weren't watching the show. You must...
I was watching those colourful ladies.
Yes, and I don't blame you, but you must watch... yes, you must wear a condom if you're in a porno, yes.
Well, that's going to take the fun out of it. One of the many highlights of being in the porn industry is unprotected sex. I'm not in the porn industry. I don't know why I'm saying that.
I didn't realize you actually had a real training in Shakespearean acting. Have you not?
I'm a genuine actor.
Yes.
Such as you might see in a play.
Yes. Yes. You've had real training. You've had.
I practiced it. They tell you all different words. You pretend you're someone you're not, then you are given some money. It's a very simple procedure.
That sounds like every job.
Yeah.
The voice in my head, it never says do good things. Like, no one's head voice says do good things, does it?
Oh, yeah.
What, like Jiminy Cricket stuff?
No.
Be a good boy, Craig!
How did you do that? That is the voice in my head.
What you've got like a Rat Pack style masculinity. You're very at ease. Women will find you very attractive, but men will think you're a good guy. Whereas I'm weird.